Good morning. So it's first thing on a Monday. I really didn't think I was going to pick up the camera today, but what's that from me? Thank you. But it's my official last week of maternity leave. And I thought, you know what? I haven't really documented much throughout maternity because I've just been having too much fun basically. But I really want to just do a sort of week in the life so I can always look back on it and just how amazing maternity leave was. I've literally I've been off for, I think it works out like 13 months, but then I also had like 2 weeks annual leave before I started my maternity. So yeah, 13 and a half months really off. But yeah, I'm back next week, a week today, and I just wanted to document it all. Don't even really know what we're going to do, if we're going to do anything wild, but I wanted to just document it and just have this to like treasure. But yeah, I didn't think I was going to pick up the camera because it is so autumn outside this morning. Wow, it's so dark. We've obviously got lights on and it's like 9:20. All the lights are on because it's so dark. And just miserable weather, but is that for me? Well, come on then. Come on, give me it. Can I have it? So yeah, just come along with me for the week. Don't know what I'm going to do, but hope it's fun and good to watch. And yeah, today's plans are, my mum's actually coming up today. She comes up once a week at the minute. And just spending the day with me and Cece. We've also got her very last baby class. They don't, so I'm going down to 3.5 days work. So I'll be working Monday to like Thursday lunchtime. But the class isn't on like Thursday afternoon or Friday. So yeah, it is her last ever class of this. She absolutely loves the class. But what can you do if I'm working on the days that it's on? Hopefully I'll be able to go back at some point and just put a half day or something like that in, or go to one of the special versions of the class. But yeah, for now it is just her last class, and thankfully she doesn't understand, so she won't miss it because she doesn't remember. She's just amazing. I don't know if I've said this in another one of my vlogs, but she is so amazing at just like independent play. So I'm able to do this sort of thing and just sit and chat, and she's just sat just playing with the toys. Like, it is the cutest thing in the world. And I always like nearly cry, just sit watching her, just thinking, oh, maybe she's lonely, but she's literally thriving. She absolutely loves just being on her own and just throwing toys around and getting books out of her bookshelf and trying to stack cups and throw them all everywhere. So she's just amazing. I'm so obsessed with her, literally obsessed with her. I just think she's the best thing in the world. Is that for me as well? Come on then. No, you're running away from me. So she's still not standing up on her own yet, which I'm just not mad about. Everything happens in their own time when it's supposed to. She can pull herself up to stand. This morning was so funny. Kyle was sat on the sofa and she can get herself up to like this point. You rest on a sofa at the minute. She can get herself up to here, and then she started to get her leg up like this as if she wanted to try and climb up on it. And I just thought, she's literally developing like backwards. Like, how are you learning to climb before you can even just stand up on your own? Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I don't want to babble too much. So yeah, welcome to a week in the life with me and my 1-year-old, enjoying our last week of maternity together. Probably going to be some tears in this vlog, so yeah, be warned for that. I also cannot cope with feet in baby clothes because, yeah, how do you cope with this? Hello. Hi, we need to sort this hair out today, don't we? Hello. He's standing up. Hello. So So my plans for the day completely went out the window. It has been non-stop torrential rain all day long, and I was just like, you know what, I don't want to take Sienna out in this, especially because where her baby class is at the minute, the car park's like a few minutes walk, which is a nightmare anyway. But when it's torrential rain, like, I couldn't justify it. Also, it annoyingly really falls on a nap time on an afternoon, like it's just not ideal. So instead we've had lots of play, fun, in the playroom this afternoon. I've made jack potatoes for everyone. Sienna's been fed, and I'm now currently in our brand new office that we had done as part of like the garage conversion. And let me just get my... currently flat packing. It feels like the good old days when I used to live on my own. My life used to basically be making stuff out of flat packs. Yeah, I'm actually building my desk because I'm back at work next week, and what happened was I went on maternity, and the second I shut my laptop down on that last day, I basically smashed up my desk, which is the exact same one as this, because I was in denial that I was ever going to be going back to work. It had survived like 2 house moves, and there was screws missing, the drawer wasn't working properly, and I just thought, you know what, I'm never going back because I'm gonna love being off too much, which I absolutely do, but yeah, I still need to pay the bills. So we're building a new desk today. I've just built my chair as well, and my mum's in the front room with Cece at the minute, and we are also, for the first time ever, I don't think since Sienna's been born, she's come up 13 months old now, me and Kyle have never gone for a meal, just me and him. 13 months. She has always been with us. So yeah, I asked my mum if she'd have Sienna over like tea time tonight. And we're gonna go to a nice steak restaurant that's just open near us and treat ourselves, because it has just been our 4-year anniversary and we didn't do anything for it. And I thought, let's go, because we've got someone to look after Cece. We never have to like treat ourselves, and we never have time for just us. So that is the plan tonight, and I'm sure it's about 3 o'clock now, and our table's booked. I think we're booked about 4, half 4 to try and get an early tea time. And here I am flat packing, and obviously Kyle's still working as well. So yeah, that is the plans today. I can't believe the weather. It's literally took the worst turn. But yeah, I'm gonna crack back on with flat packing, but just because I'm sure this morning I mentioned I had the cute plans, and of course never tell anyone your plans because it'll never work out. Wow, it is God, I'm trying not to cry. Yeah, so it is Tuesday, and I've just dropped. Right, stop crying. It is Tuesday. I've just dropped Sienna off at the childminders. She's doing a settling in session today and tomorrow, both days, like 9 till 12. Oh my God, and I'm such a crier in life. Like, I cry over everything, but I've somehow kept it all together because I had to go to the post office and drop a load of things off. And I was like, I can't go to the childminders, cry my eyes out, and then go to the post office. So yeah. So I think, yeah, as soon as I've walked through my door, Kyle's actually in the office today as well. Yeah, so Kyle's in the office today. So I think as soon as I walk through that door, the emotions out. And it's also killed me because the childminder has just sent me a little photo of her, and she is settled. She was crying at the door. I'm kicking myself because I just started talking a lot. Well, to be fair, the childminder was like, oh, what's in her bag? Just so I know what she's got, blah, blah, blah. So I started talking through everything. And she was fine. She was actually waving at the childminder as we were coming up her drive. And I think just being there for so long, and then the childminder had hold of her. I think she was a bit like, what's going on? And just because I was still stood there for so long, she started crying. So it was heartbreaking. But it would be a bit strange if she wasn't crying. When I've literally been with her every single day, probably most minutes of her life, for the last like 13 and a bit months. So yeah, she's just messaged in. She's actually settled. She's playing with toys. She sent me a photo. But it feels so surreal and quiet. The house. Like, it's strange. I genuinely don't think there's been probably a time when it's just been me in the house. Like, there's either, obviously Cece's always with me, and most of the time Kyle's here as well, except the days when he's in the office. But yeah, there's always so much going on normally. It's very strange just having an empty house. Like, it's so strange. But I'm just going to try and use these few hours now. I'm actually going to try and get some DIY done, and hopefully it'll take my mind off the childminders and the fact Cece is not with me, because it's literally heartbreaking. But I've had a little cry, and I'm not going to cry anymore. Purposely haven't put mascara on today though, because I knew I would. And yeah, I've got about just over 2 hours left. So I'm going to crack on with some DIY. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, I'll try and pick up the camera when I've sussed out which jobs I want doing on the list most. So this is my plan. So I haven't really fully decided the plan, but I'm going to paint this back wall, maybe to about here, across, leave this white at the top, and it's going to be like a pinky peachy colour. It's called Setting Plaster, if memory serves me right. It's by Farrow and Ball. And when I looked at the just people talking about it online on Instagram, like, it literally sounds like the perfect colour I was after. Like, not too girly, but it's still got them peachy pink tones in. Quite like an earthy colour. And I think it'll really go with this sort of colour. Ignore this, look at the state of this. These are all the play mats that were in there, but I've pulled it all out. But yeah, I'm gonna do just under like a half wall, maybe like a third. And then I'm gonna attempt to do like a scalloped edge across as well. And then when I was thinking about it more yesterday, I was thinking, do I do this corner as well, up to like in that corner there? Because then these IKEA units both go across this wall, so I'm thinking that'd be actually really cute, wouldn't it, to do? Don't know why the walls are showing up so funny here, because literally my site is 2020 and I cannot see any of them marks. That's so strange. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because we're painting over it, I think, anyway. So I was just going to do this wall. I don't know what this is, because that doesn't show up either. This is the strangest camera. But yeah, I was thinking of doing this wall, but I think I really want it to go and do like a corner. So yeah, the first steps is, I think I'm gonna go and get a spirit level, and yeah, I'm gonna tape up where I'm gonna want that put into and make sure it's all level. Well, Dulux Paint, I love you so much. So this has happened on another wall we've had as well, where I've put frog tape down. Couldn't find the frog tape today and used just this really good like masking tape where it's not like too sticky, because the frog tape, which I've never had a problem with in the past, but for some reason in Sienna's nursery we used frog tape literally just to line up shelves. It wasn't even for painting, and when we took it off, it took all of the paint off, which it's never done. So I was scared of using it and couldn't find the frog tape, so I've used just masking tape, and it's done the exact same. Like, look how bad. So I'm now gonna be behind, because now I need to repaint that. So I'm going to do that now so that I can get dry, and I don't even know, it might take a few coats. Looks like it will because it's back to the plaster. How annoying. But yeah, basically what happened was I taped all of that up and then realised it was like basically half of the wall up, and then we need to add scallops on as well. So I was like, it's just a bit too much, so I've lowered it down, and then I'll put the scallops there. The main reason, well, first of all, because it's already a dark room, it doesn't have natural light. The light comes from that window there, which obviously in autumn, winter is not a lot as it is anywhere. So I don't want like a full half wall of like quite a dark colour. And then on top of that, we got a plug socket put up here when we got the garage conversion done for later years, just in case we want to add like a TV on the wall. And it didn't bother us anyway because we knew we were putting up some frames. So the frame is just going to sit over there now, so you don't have to look at that. So yeah, when I've put that initial tape to here and then thought we need to add that detail on the top, it doesn't actually leave a lot of space between where the frame will go. And obviously just for her, you want everything to be a bit lower down. So the frame will come to about here now. And then the scallop detail just there. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully crack on before I go and pick Sienna up from the childcare. And try and get this, at least one quarter of this done, so it doesn't look like this anymore. And then I need to go around, I'll show you now actually. So what I'm doing is what I've seen online for the scallop detail. Basically, putting the masking tape so it's in the line with the masking tape you've got, and then drawing around that top half with a pencil to where the tape is, and that's your scallop detail. So I'm going to be really quick, but just a quick update. I've just picked her up from her childcare, the little settling in session, and she was a bit emotional, but as she came to the door, she went, it's either because of the door or the fact I was taken away from the other kids. But she said she was just a bit like quiet and a bit reserved like the first half an hour. And then as soon as we got these like little musical instruments out, she was having the time of her life. So I was like, yes, she's obsessed with music and making noise and things that make noise. So yeah, you've done the right thing getting that out. I just treated myself to a chip shop dinner as well with loads of curry sauce on the top. So I was really fancying it. It's just like the perfect day for it, with it being so cold and like autumn vibes now. But yeah, she had a really good time. So yeah, she didn't have a morning nap, which she does half the time with us now. She's in that phase of like being ready to drop the morning nap. So yeah, I thought there's no way she'll have one in somewhere she's never been before, and when there's other kids and loads of toys and stuff, because I feel like she gets so much fear of like missing out whenever she's playing or whenever the people are around. So yeah, she came back, and thankfully I managed to keep her awake in the car. She was a bit upset in the car. Now I did hear my friend has just messaged me this morning saying if she cries when you pick her up, it's not because she's like sad to go or she's had a bad time. It's literally like remembering I even exist, and then remembering that she will have missed me. So I thought that is the cutest thing ever. And yeah, she did cry. She basically cried all the way home. Didn't help that I hadn't given her a dummy in the car as well. So she was so happy and buzzing when I got the dummies out when we got back. And she is just down for a nap now. She was so tired, bless her. So yeah, just give her a quick change, and she's down for her afternoon nap. Hopefully she's that worn out from so much fun. I'm going to get a few hours. That would be the absolute dream. It means I've had like nearly a full day of being able to just crack on with stuff in the house. So yeah, I'm going to inhale this food, and yeah, I'll pick up the camera again soon, hope. I am not sure at all when I put the camera down yesterday. I think it might have been when I was going to collect Cece from her settling in session. But yeah, I'm sure I did get a video where the wall looked so bad because yeah, I used I think the wrong masking tape, and it basically pulled off a full layer of paint all around 2 walls of the playroom. So that was brilliant. because I was literally treasuring every single spare minute I had where I didn't have Cece to look after. And I thought I'm going to get so much done, be so productive, and obviously then that set me back. But we are back on with it. I've like throughout the day yesterday I was just sanding down where it had taken the paint off, and yeah, then topped it up with layers and layers of paint. So we're sort of in a good place now again. That's just a weird mark because there's the tripod stood there. But yeah, we are on, same way, it's literally just me. Kyle's in the office today. But yeah, basically I have done all of the scallop detailing around the two walls. So I've done all of the hard work right now, and now it's just a case of painting the scallops and then just roller. I'm just going to use a mini roller, I think, and do this bottom bit. And then we do have two corners which aren't full half circles. Full half circles, that even makes sense. You know what I mean, don't you? It's just not a full scallop. And then for that I literally drew around some like paper. It was like a Tesco club card, like leaflet thing. Drew the plate sort of shape around it, cut it to size, and then used the paper so it could actually obviously bend around the corners. So that is all done, and I'm so happy. I've also this morning finished building the desk for the office, and I've also put a layer of primer undercoat for that. You might have seen it in my last vlog. There was like a fuse box in the office, which they've sort of like built in like a wooden cupboard thing around it, so you don't have to see the fuse box. So yeah, I've undercoated that box, and yeah, it's just a case of painting it now. So again, just paint to do really today now. So I'm really happy with that. And then as soon as that paint in the playroom is dry, I can then put all of her stuff back into the playroom, which I'm so excited about, because yeah, this was really tranquil, and now this is what I'm dealing with. Like, it's just an absolute mess. Yeah, I've got 40 minutes. Do I know what to do myself? I think I might. Should I make a start on the paint? Yeah, I might actually, because yeah, I'm going to start on that scallop edge, and it's obviously quite a fiddly job making sure it's perfect with like a tiny brush. And for that I always use, it's so funny, so I just I've got loads of sets of like makeup brushes over the years that I've got for Christmas and then never use them, but I'm actually going to use this angled one that I think that'll be perfect for going around the edges. So yeah, I'm going to give myself about half an hour and see what I can get done and make a start on this paint, and I'm so excited. So yeah, I'll catch up with you when hopefully it's a bit better looking. Good morning. Wow, it's been a rough few days with Cece's sleep. It's been a bit of a terror, haven't you? But I don't know what it is. It could be like a million things. It's her dropping from 2 naps to 1 nap, the fact she's teething, the fact she's got some sort of like little runny nose, so she's struggling to breathe during the night. Could be sleep regression because she's constantly pulling herself up to try and stand up. Probably some other stuff as well. I haven't picked up the camera in so long this week, but yeah, I will show you at some point today the playroom, because the playroom is finally, I'm going to say like 80% done. All the paintwork's done, all of her toys are back in it. It looks so cute, honestly. Every time I look at it, it just makes my heart melt. Yeah, you can probably hear it in my voice as well. Me and Kyle woke up during the night when Cece woke us up, and both of us said, wow, my throat feels so closed up. So yeah, she said a runny nose since she went to the childminders. So yeah, we're just getting a brilliant taste of what's to come. She just holds my hand, my arm. It's the cutest thing in the world. She's such like a touch baby, where she just loves like stroking, and like, look at her. She just sits and strokes it, and she does it so much when I give her a bottle as well. She'll just be so happy. She just, look at this bed head from sleeping in the big bed with us last night. You're waving hello. But yeah, we are off to a farmer's market. It's our little routine since having Cece when the weather's okay, which it is supposed to be today. It's just supposed to be cold and cloudy, so I'll take that. Yeah, we are off to a farmer's market. The same one that we go to every month. It's the last Sunday of every month, and today is the last Sunday of September. Oh, look at them double chins. Whoa. And yeah, today's plan on our last day is I need to dig out where my work laptop is because I've not seen that since the day I put my out of office on for maternity leave. We go and pick up lots of goodies. So cakes, cheesecakes, donuts, muffins, like all of that sort of thing from like the homemade like stands. And there's also, every time we've been, I hope there is again today, our favourite like bakery place. And they do like croissants, brioche, pan au chocolates, like that sort of thing. So we'll always get one of them as well as all the other stuff. And we will go and walk around the park that it's held in and then go and sit at the top. And it basically overlooks the full park. It's a gorgeous little view. And they've got some benches that face it. So we'll sit there and actually have like one of the breakfast like pastries. And with it being cold, I was actually thinking I might take my flask with for a cuppa.
Thank you. Are you tired?
So we are just back from the farmer's market. Cece has just gone down for a nap. I had to try and keep her awake in the car. She was so tired. But yeah, I just wanted down to that one nap a day now. So she went down at like the prime time, like 11:45, give her a quick dinner beforehand. And yeah, now it's hopefully we'll get a few hours out of her to just try and get some little jobs done before I go back to work tomorrow. And also hopefully a bit of chill time, which I never get a chance to do. But yeah, I'll turn the camera around because I need to show you what we've just got from the farmer's market. So we have got, oh my god, these are just the best thing me and Kyle have said like we've ever tasted. So these are both white chocolate Rocky Road, and they've got like little cranberries in as well. But you can see like the size of the marshmallows that's in it. It's the best thing I've literally ever tasted. And then over Terry chocolate orange brownie as well. And then yeah, we were going for pastries, and normally the pastry stands always there. It's amazing, and they weren't there this time, so we were a bit distraught because we were like, what are we gonna have for breakfast? So we ended up just sharing one of these, and then they were that good we actually went back to the stall and bought more. So we got another, I think it was another 3 or 4, so that you can see the ones that I've just been eating here. And I think we got like a salted caramel and something else as well. And then for our lunch today, we went to a pie stand and got, it was braised beef. Yeah, slow braised beef with a red wine sauce. So I think I'm going to put some potatoes with that as well. And I can't wait. And then I'll show you some cute little knitted bits I got as well. So these were the other bits I picked up. So I got this for my friend's baby who's due in a couple of months. Just a white knitted blanket. I did fancy a like really wintry, you know, like a really thick one. This obviously got quite a few little holes in it, but I just thought it's so adorable still. So yeah, that's just gonna go in like a little baby package I'm gonna put together for her. And then I got this for Cece. well, I say it's obviously me and Kyle. We were like, we have to get her one. I think they were only £3, and there was ones of different colour scarves and hats and stuff, but this was like the cutest one. And she absolutely loved it when we put it in the pram, so yeah, and that's staying. And it's just a proper cute memory of just one of our little trips to the farmer's market. So as promised, here is the playroom with the paint all completed, which I'm so happy about. Honestly, I was obsessed. As soon as I put all of that stuff, I mean, it needs a tidy and stuff now, but as soon as I put everything back in, it just looks like so much more of a playroom with some painted walls. Do need to get the frame still up on there to block that plug off, but yeah, obsessed with how it turned out. That colour is absolutely gorgeous, and it goes so well with these mats as well. And it is the perfect, like, not too girly, but still like, yeah, peachy pinky. Yeah, and I think it was called Set in Plaster. And it's so funny because Kyle started whinging as soon as I mentioned the colour, and he was like, are you kidding me? We spent so long actually painting all of this white from the original plaster colour, and now we're paying money and wasting all this time painting it a plaster colour. But yeah, literally the second it was done and we got everything back in the room as it was, he was straight away like, oh my goodness, like, it's literally gorgeous, the colour, like, you've done such a good job. So yeah, hats off to me for that. Yeah, so we do need to get the frames up in there. Probably something for that wall as well. I think we're wanting some sort of sign or something to add a bit more. Not sure about this wall, but we are going to be, I think, just getting stuff like this. So I don't know how much of the wall we actually need to sort of decorate, really. But yeah, it does need a good tidy. But Sienna loves to throw everything out of there, out of the drawers, out of a bookshelf, out of the pram. Balls from the ball pit everywhere. So yeah, I don't think it'll ever be tidy, and I'm not even mad about it because it just means she's happy and thriving. So I have came in the other room, and the monitor was still on from her nap time, and now I'm just obsessed with watching these two on the camera. So Kyle is actually under these pile of clothes. She's just helping us out to the books.
Just reading books, Baba.
So a few of you had recommended on my Instagram when I was talking about switching over to just blue milk from formula milk. I just thought I'd have to like wean Sienna off it, and add like a bit of blue milk to a normal formula bottles until you basically just get rid of the formula altogether. A few of you had messaged though saying your baby literally just took to blue milk. And just to like microwave it for like, she has 6 ounces, so roughly around 30 seconds, and then obviously just check the heat. So I'm trying her with it now, and she's having it like the full blue milk, no formula in it. I genuinely can't believe it. So I have just finished editing my vlog and just realised we're getting building work done. As always, there's always something going on in our house, isn't there? But yeah, that's a project for another time. But yeah, I'm just finishing in editing this video and realised I haven't just filmed anything to close that off. So we're a couple of, I'm into my 2nd week, I think it is, of being back at work. And yeah, Sienna's settling amazing. She did her first like full days last week with a childminder and absolutely smashed it. Had like nearly 2-hour naps like on the afternoons. She was settling in, she was playing music, jumping around, dancing, and it was so cute. So our childminder has this gorgeous cat, and the cat loves to stay out the way of the kids, obviously, but now and again we'll just venture into the room that she looks after the kids in, and Sienna, oh my goodness, like obsessed obsessed with animals, like obsessed, like gets so overexcited, starts like going, ugh, like just gets so excited to go and see these animals. So I don't think she's actually seen a cat in real life, but I know she's obsessed with dogs. And the childminder said she literally was so excited. And then we've taught her to stroke really gently for the times. Why do I look so rough? I do feel really rough today. I think I mentioned in this vlog like really early on that I'd got a really sore throat, and basically it's not stopped, and it's been about 2 weeks. But yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, we taught her really early on, from when we mined Teddy the dog, to not basically like pull and get too excited with his fur, like just stroke, like gentle. So she was doing it with the little cat. Oh my god, so cute. But yeah, settled in amazing. It's just like such a weight off your shoulders, isn't it, when you know they're just happy and thriving. She's had 2 invites to little children's birthday parties already with her little friends. So yeah, it is all good, and work is, yeah, I mean, it's completely different but also exactly the same in some respects. So yeah, it's just finding my feet again with that. I've also just been, I don't think I even mentioned it whatsoever in this vlog. I did go through my videos, but I didn't take any videos like in this landscape format, so I just haven't put any in. But basically on that week off as well, I was really busy just doing some DIY bits for the hen do that I'm maid of honour for. Yeah, putting loads of little DIY, little craft bits, making the party bags, making the hen's bag, and just preparing for that, getting all like the deposits in, everything paid, all like food orders, like all of that jazz. Like yeah, it was a lot to deal with, but I thought I want to do that before I go back to work. So it's off my plate, it's one less thing to think about. And yeah, I've just got back from the hen do, and yeah, it was a funny trip. But yeah, and now it's just a really chilled October, which I'm really excited for now. But I've really started to appreciate already, just looking forward to that time off that I do have with Sienna. Thankfully, it was like literally the most perfect autumn day on my day off with her last week. So yeah, we went for a really cute farm day, and that was so gorgeous, like glorious sunshine, but nice, and like we were all wrapped up because it was still cold. So yeah, we went there, and then just planning things like that every week so we can really look forward and make the most of our time together. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Don't know when my next vlog is coming, because yeah, it's trying to juggle quite a lot of things going on in life, on top of stuff like me looking out at these builders on with like their next project. But yeah, I hope I will pick up the camera soon, because I love looking back at even just like editing this. I'm like, oh, do you remember doing this? And it was literally 2 weeks ago. But yeah, we've got so much on. Life is so busy at the minute. It's amazing being able to look back at this and just those exact moments in time. So yeah, I will see you in my next one.